Welcome to episode 4 in our video series Access Points for PDR. In this video we're going to be discussing how to gain access for dent removal on a tailgate panel. So don't forget to hit subscribe now and you can stay up to date with the rest of our videos in this series. So now we've opened up the tailgate, there's a couple of things to look for. We would first look for any obvious access points like grommets or small access holes in the panel. Typically at the bottom, like we had in episode 1 with the door panels, we have these small drainage holes for rainwater, and it's often possible to put a small tool in there to get to sections of the panel. Another thing to look out for on tailgates before stripping out the internal trims is these number plate lamps. So quite often we can get in where these lamps are. You can see there's a couple of crosshead screws or Phillips screws, and it may be possible to take the lamp out and get a tool in to give us access to this upper section of the panel without having to strip out the tailgate trim. But because it's a lamp, we do have to be careful for any wires that may be behind. If we do need to take off the main tailgate trim, it's always good to have a good look around it, check for any screws. These are typically on the outside edges or sometimes located around the handles. But on this one it looks like it's mostly just clipped in. So let's take it off and we'll have a look and see what's behind. On this particular model we do have a couple of panels here. One for the warning triangle and breakdown, and what would be the first aid kit. Now it's not always that these are located here on a lot of vehicles, but with this one it is. So let's take these out and have a look and see if it gives us access to the panel before stripping out the tailgate itself. As you can see, we've got the first aid kit in the way, but we still have the internal trim. But we will just double check behind that kit. And gently remove that. There's a couple of small points here where it may well be possible to get a tool in to give us access to lower sections of the panel, but we would have to be very careful not to damage the internal trims. I've taken out the warning triangle and the first aid kit, and there's a torque screw here and here. So we're going to take those out and the tailgate trim should come unclipped. And now with that tailgate trim removed, we can see it's wide open on the inside. So we have these big main areas here which take us straight through to the outer skin. And we can see that there's plenty of access inside there. But we do also have the holes where the tailgate trim was located, which would give us access and leverage to the trickier parts of the panel to get to, getting right up into these inside edges. As always, you have to be very careful when working around electrics and wires, and be very conscious of where your tool is the whole time. So that's it for episode 4, access points for PDR on tailgates. I hope you found the video useful. If you did, please leave your comments below and don't forget to hit subscribe. I'm Tom at Learn PDR Online, and thank you very much for watching.